manufacturing perspective, we've been talking for a lot of years about China moving up the value chain in terms of manufacturing, sourcing, and procurement. I think what we've seen is the worldwide financial difficulties have accelerated that process in China, that the world's desire for tchotchkes and stuff, hyper-consumerism in the West is largely dying out, if it's not already dead. And so this desire for Chinese manufacturers and the Chinese government to produce higher quality goods at a higher margin, more technologically advanced, the willingness to invest in research and development and innovation to create products that the world needs more than it wants, to create products for the world that come with an inherent stamp of value added that only China could provide. We're seeing the desire for that happen. So really, from a sourcing and manufacturing perspective, I think companies around the world are still looking at China as a key destination for where they want to make their products and procure their products, but that's moving away from the low-end, low-margin, sort of traditional Chinese manufacturing model that's helped build the country over the last 30 years to a higher value, higher margin, higher technology type of manufacturing. You know, the actual manufacturing of high-end components rather than being a destination for final assembly. So whereas you have a model now where an Apple or a Dell may have component parts coming from Korea and the Philippines and Taiwan and Hong Kong for general assembly in China, that factory may be closing down now because it's actually cheaper to do final assembly, say, in Cambodia. The hope is, and what we're seeing the trend towards, is that same factory will retrofit and reopen its doors in 6 months, and they're going to be producing the kind of quality components that Korea or the Philippines are now, and sending those components on for final assembly in a third-party country. We're also seeing a move in the sourcing and manufacturing world in China where both the third-party buyers in foreign countries as well as the Chinese manufacturers are investing a lot more heavily in research, development, innovation, and technology, so that China is producing original ideas, but not only original but high quality. And so I'm a Metropolitan Transit Authority here in New York, and we finally, after 20 years of planning, broke ground on the 2nd Avenue subway. It may be that it's in the MTA's best interest to at least be taking competitive bids from China's rail industry rather than just domestic or European. So the sourcing in the old days might have been, we're going to source the plastics or components that went into the train in China. Now we're going to buy the whole train in China. And that's what we're really calling, what I like to call sourcing 2.0 in China. It's the shift from the world's buyers to buying low-end, low-margin, low-value products to China's integrating its manufacturing prowess in new directions, specifically in high technology and high margin. And these could be luxury consumer items, these could be high-end business-to-business components, high-end business-to-business finished products. But we're seeing that shift away from tchotchkes and toys and apparel towards these more serious industries in China.